Hello friends, and welcome to Module 12, where we will focus on biography and informational text. I just want to go over the module a little bit and look ahead to the rest of the semester so you know where you stand for the rest of the course and what's due and what's coming. I purposely made this module a little bit shorter. It should take you a little less time because I wanted to give you a little extra time to work on some of the other assignments that are coming up. So the first thing as usual is download the response document, which will give you and guide you through the task for the night. And this week, if your group has not already discussed the final book for your reader response blogs, you will talk about it now. This is your informational text, and I've posted here for each group which text they'll be discussing. I think the group D already did theirs on Steve Jenkins. I don't know about the other groups. I think I've seen or participated in the rest of them, but if you wouldn't mind sharing your last discussion, I'd just like to be part of it. Either send me a link to the discussion if it's recorded, or invite me, maybe I can participate live. So that's the first thing, and remember you need to do your last reader response blog related to one of these books. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is think about biographies that you read as a child. It could have been because you were really interested in the people or they were assigned for school. Oftentimes people talk about George Washington or Abraham Lincoln or Helen Keller. So who did you read, and how did it go for you? Were they interesting? Did you learn information that you thought was fun to learn? Now I want you to think about biographies of people you'd like to read today and list at least 5, and then find a children or young adult or YA book in relationship to that person. So are there books out there about that person? If not, go ahead and find where else might you learn about that person. So either put a book title or a link. And there's a wiki here that I've created for this called the, not surprising, Biography Wiki. So post your responses there and reply to at least 2 other people's postings. Next thing, I have 3 articles posted here, and you're going to pick 2 of them to look through, and then you're going to also look at the information in Chapter 10 about reading nonfiction books, and then here on the document itself, post some interesting points about evaluating nonfiction books, comparisons, what are you seeing that's similar across the 2 articles and the textbook, what's different. So include some comments and thoughts about that and write that here. And then finally, looking through both chapters 9 and 10 in your textbook, pick one of these options, A, B, C, or D, to do, and tell me which option it was here, and then down here, post your response to one of these. So that's all you need to do, and then you'll just upload this document to the Dropbox here for Module 12. So I want you to start thinking about your author study project. All of you has signed up to do your author study. You can look in the syllabus for the details about this, and this is going to be due the same week this module is due. Nothing is due next week. It's all due in 2 weeks, November 30th. So you and your partner need to get together on this project and start thinking about the books you're going to talk about in your author study presentation, the activities you will do, and so forth. If you're not sure about that, that's not it. Where is the syllabus? I thought I had it saved there. Okay, that's okay. We can go to the syllabus and find the information we need. So there's 2 places, obviously. You can look here in the syllabus for the description of that assignment, or you can go to the folder itself. So if it's a children's author, you will read at least and discuss 5 books. If it's young adult, at least 3 novels about the author. Describe their style, any recurrent themes. 3 to 5 generalizations you think kids should know about that author. Describe the relationship between the author's life and what you see in their books, so you'll need to dig into some background about the author. Address what you would like students to know about their background and how the background influenced their books using at least 2 sources, and make sure to include those sources in your bibliography at the end of your presentation. Create an online resource made available to peers using the books you selected that were written by the author with a brief annotation, and write a reflection that you'll post for me. So that's the author study. Then the virtual library. I presume you've been reading books in relationship to this, and remember this is going to be reflective of books from different genres that you selected, and you can get information from that here in the syllabus, but also in the assignments folder on Blackboard. So if you haven't already started your Google Book Library, you're going to need to post each book, write a little synopsis of them, use APA format, tell me what grade level they'd be appropriate for, and rate them. If you are familiar with Google Books and would like to help somebody else who is not, please contact me so I can put you in touch with people, because I know some people are very tech savvy and figure this out already, and some people will need some help. So if you're really good with this and want to help somebody, let me know. Finally, the last assignment we haven't talked about much is the portfolio reflection. So you're going to use your what is it called? The e-portfolio that you create, Digication, thank you. And I have a little link here with information about Digication if you're using it but have forgotten. And here's a description of the assignment. So I will get links from previous students to post up here to give you examples of what it's going to look like. But you will post your portfolio here, and you will do a short presentation just for me about your portfolio, and then highlighting which assignments best represent you, what assignment you're most proud of, what was most challenging, and sort of an overall reflection on the class. And that is due by December 14th, which is finals week, so this is in lieu of a final exam. So if you have any questions on those, feel free to contact me. Otherwise, you have 2 weeks to work on these things. Nothing new will be posted next week. Oops, I guess you don't need to see that. And I look forward to touching base with you again on November 30th. Have a really happy Thanksgiving.